Today, we get off into some good stuff. We're going to talk about why you as a single person need to make couple income or more. I know that sounds strange to say, but I'm going to tell you the benefits of making couple income, because I'm going to drop some here in a minute that I find to be very illuminating. And let's see, I don't know why I'm tearing up, but I was looking at, and I'm going to show it to you. So I should be able to go to it. Here we go. So I was going to do something else today, but this came across my news feed, and I was like, sex and finances. Are you better for married people? Don't worry, singles, you leave sleep. You win sleep. Well, essentially saying that married couples come out best in all regards, except for sleep, sex, money. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know I'm everything, but the link is below, and you can go ahead and check this out. And it got me to thinking, right? What you can do as an individual, and I'm just going to keep it real. I'm just going to keep it very real. When you make couple income or more, what you can do as a single person is phenomenal. It really is. And you get people who get caught up and they don't have the why. You have kids, you have a wife, you have a built-in why you need to make more money. I need to get a bigger house. I need to get a house. I need to send these kids to private school so they can have a good education. Your why is just built in. You wake up, why am I doing this? For the family. It's already there. As a single person, you need to establish a why, because typically you got a lot of single people who just typically play around. It's like, I have all of this time to take trips, to hang out with family. Whereas that person with the built-in why is like, well, how come you can't come to this party? Oh, I got to work, I got to feed the family. No one questions that. No one says anything about that. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you do a good job. You're a good man. You're feeding the family. You're a good woman. You're feeding the family. You're a single person. Oh, why ain't you hanging out with us? What, you betting us? It's very interesting how having a family gives you a lot of resolve to make more money, but it also gives you built-in waivers. You can't, oh, I got to work. I got to do this for the family. Oh, okay. And no one thinks nothing of it. But if you're single and you don't want to go to that party and they know you're not in a relationship and they know that you don't have nothing going on, they may kind of like, oh, you just you don't want to hang out with us. You don't want to be with us. Okay. You like that. Fine. And you get all that nonsense. So I'm going to tell you the advantages that I have enjoyed. And this is going to be crazy. This is going to be really crazy. As a single person who's made couple money or more. Now, we need to establish some baselines here. So hold on a second. We always have to do this. Single person income in 2017. All right, so let's blow this up. All right, so it doesn't go. Median personal income was $31,000 in 2016. That's close enough. And we got a little chart over here. 31, you got a few people who are making 39. You got some folks here making 26. So this is the median income. This is what you make as a single person, or I should say 50% of the people who are working make this. Now, you need to crank this number to 75, which is more than double. Because in most locations, not New York, not Chicago, not Los Angeles, but most of the country, 75 G's a year is enough for you to buy. Well, let's find out. Let's go ahead and find out how much house can you buy. House calculator. We're doing this, man. We're doing this. All right. All righty. Let's see. Credits. All right. That is not really. No, I'm gone. I don't want that. All right. Let's. Oh, you know what? That's how I get rid of you. Those sites that just grab you and want to hold you hostage. It's crazy. I hate those things. Now, in the comments, I want you folks to say how many of you are single and how many of you make more than 75 grand. You don't have to put down what you make if you don't want to. You can just go, I am single and I make more than 75 grand. That would be cool. All right, here we go. So let's see. Let's crank this bad boy up to 425. Yeah. So you can do like 450. So that's if you get 3. Let's bump the interest rate up to 4%. And, you know, with PMI and stuff, it's almost $3,000 a month. If you know, with taxes, insurance, and all this other stuff. So if you're making 75K per year, and let's bring out the calculator. I'm just doing this for illustrative purposes. All right, so Google has got me 75 divided by 12. It'd be kind of pushing it, but you can definitely do 2,500. So divide it by 3 because they go by your gross. Okay, so you can get a $300,000, almost $400,000 house, which is a lot of house. As a person making 75K, right? So let's bring this down to 380. All right, so that's at the top of your limit. You can get $300,000 house. Boom. So that does a lot for you. So how many of you folks are single? As this a guy named Lewis, he used to say, if you ain't single, not single, but you ain't single, if you ain't married, you single. It's the funniest thing. He was one of those Facebook personalities for the longest. All right, so we've established this. You can pay cash for cars. Yes, you can. It's 75K. If you just save up for a year or two, you can pay cash for cars. So that's pretty much, if you're doing that, you have a lot of options. You could live by yourself. Hey, how many folks here live by themselves? You don't live with your mama. You don't live in the basement. How many of you live by yourself? I had a friend. Well, I have a friend. We talk about this, but he just said something because, you know, he's an older gentleman. You know, he lives by himself. He's got a 2-bedroom place. He maintains himself by himself. And he started to say, you know, I'm out here talking to folks. And I'm finding out that a lot of these men, I will say men, are living off of women. While I'm out here, you know, struggling by myself. a lot of these guys seem to have it easy. You know, he was talking about the situation where this guy was essentially a home dad. You know, he took care of the kids. He played video games. He was just like, what is going on? And he put it out there. How many folks do not live on their own? So if you live on your own, put I live on my own in the comments, because I would really like to see the percentage of that, because I had a client in New York who was living in this penthouse, and she came to find out that she was one of the few people that was living in this building by herself. So the number of folks who are cohabitating, who are living together. Also, I'm going to show you something else too. Divorce rate. And this is the reason I think we're let's see, let's go to this. What the heck? Okay, I was like, there we go. Okay, the divorce rate. The divorce rate, no, that's not it. I've showed this before. Here we go. Something about divorce rate is like the lowest it's been ever. And typically the last time the divorce rate dipped that low, we had a recession, because people cannot afford to live on their own or maintain a certain standard of living. You think because the divorce rate went down that these people all of a sudden they fixed their marital problems? I'm in love with you. You're in love with me. We're a big happy family. No, they can't afford to sell their house. Typically, when people get married, both of their names are on the mortgage, right? So let's say you make $50,000. Let's say you both make $55,000. Together, you're $110,000. It gets you $400,000 house. People do not like downward mobility. So you're like, I don't really like this person. I'm not feeling this person. I want a divorce. But getting a divorce means I got to move out, and I got to live under my own power. I got to live off of my own check. That's not so appetizing. That's not very tasty. It's not very tasty living like that, because you're going to have to probably move to the hood or a less than desirable neighborhood. Then, you know, you're up in an apartment. Then, because the last time I lived in an apartment, I know that there were not a lot of families. There was a few, but there really wasn't. And this was an upscale apartment. I mean, the things that you're not supposed to do. This was years ago, because it was, my 2-bedroom was like $1,100. Same neighborhood, a 1-bedroom now is $1,400. And 2 bedrooms are like $1,800 to $2,700. Same place. The prices just like went crazy, right? But you start going through all of those bad things that will happen if you leave this person, and then it's not so appealing. It's just not. Now, if you're a person with high income and, you know, you break up, and the only thing that's going to happen is, you know, you'll be sad. This person's not in my life. I'm sad. I'm broken up. But your standard of living does not change. You getting rid of that person if you can pull that off. It's like, oh, you're getting on my nerves. You're gone. But if your standard of living changes, that person isn't gone. You stay with them. It's very, very common how that works out. And one of the things, and this is the ultimate hustle, if you can make 2 to 3 times single person income, oh man, the things that you open up, the opportunities that come your way, it's amazing. So let me get off in this chat room. Let's see what y'all talking about, because I'm going to go into some dirty stories. All right, let's see. Actually, I'm going to get rid of some of these windows because, all right. What's up, Johnny Walden, Quentin Hodge, the Wild Jones Report. What is going on, people? Miss Finance. Oh, man, I know you're all up on this one. I think they like me. I work for security, so I can listen to you tracking my ads, answering business messages and emails all day. You were so right about doing security and working the business at the same time. It works. Security, hands down, is the best job for anybody that's trying to grow their business. You get income for sitting on your butt. You may have to walk around and do rounds every now and then, but most of the time you're just sitting or you're just somewhere. iPad, you can do stuff on your phone. I think they like me. Knock that out. You can build an empire that way. What's up, Charlene McKinney? Young Brandon, what's going on? Zola, Rashida Hodge, Dashiki Jones. Why are your ears still hurting? Levi, what's going on? Gwendolyn Hill, the original Lady Pimp, what's up? Exodus Hallmark Data Hustle. Lamode, what's going on? Nathan Judson, what's up? Exodus. Family equals full-time job, no hustle. That could be it. What's up, Short Change? Johnny Walton, sometimes the married people are jealous of the single people. They are. They are. That does happen with some people. Sarah 9 Morning, Tanker Green, what's up? Ret to Play. Welcome. Tanker Green, Dwayne Bryant, what's up? Jay Fleming, I'm single and I make more than 75K. You know what I'm talking about then. Ret to Play, single, no kids, and make well more than 75K. Dwayne Brent, single. Dashiki Jones, I'm single. If you can let me hold a few, I'll be over 75K. Ret to Play, but taxes are killing me. Gwendolyn Hill, I'm single. Charlene, I'm single. Zola, I am single. Single. Johnny Walden, I'm single. Make 40 as a commercial driver. You know, if I was a truck driver, I probably would not have a place to stay. I would probably do Airbnbs when I'm not on the road. I'm single. I make more, 75K. Tanker Green, Exodus. Tasha Morning, I'm single and I want to make more than 75K. Got it. Stefan, Tanker Green. What's up, Tanya? Miss Finance. I figured you would be with a name like Miss Finance. Single and close to 75K. Exodus, I is not married. Jay Women, I live by myself. Tanker Green, I wish I was by myself. Sarah, not close to 75, live alone. Charlene McKinney, live by myself. Zola, by myself. Gwendolyn Hill, I live on my own. All right, so I'm going to put this question. How many of your friends and peers and contemporaries do not live on their own? Would you say most of your friends and contemporaries live on their own? Or half? What's the percentage? How many of your friends live by themselves? I live on my own. I live on my own. Miss Finance, I live on my own. I live by myself behind my mother's house. Dashiki Jones, it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. I'm going to tell you 2 stories in a minute. Sure change. My MILF makes 150. You go ahead, dude. You go ahead. CZ, I'm single. I live by myself in New York City, but there are tons of people here making decent money who live with roommates because the rent is ridiculous. Flo D. Oreo, that's funny. Exodus Bitcoin recession, that's funny. CZ, by the way, I've been wearing my Fat Cat hoodies everywhere in New York City and getting compliments on it. Even a fellow subscriber last night who noticed it. That's cool. Short chain. I mean, seriously. Hi, boy, it's worth what it costs to. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Uh, Jay Fleming. I'm the only one that live by myself. All my friends have friends, family. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the stages of Glendon. I lived with women. My name was not on the lease, and I was homeless, and I didn't know that. If your name is not on the lease, you're homeless, which means that anytime she could say, get out and you got to go. And also that stuff about where you just can't throw someone out if they've lived there, whether you have a lease or not. Let me show you how that's handled. Do, 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 do. 911, yes, he's scaring me. You gone. So I was in the storage auction business, and I met this girl, and her name was Dana. She was nice. We didn't fight. We had no problems, none. It was good. She come home, she cooked dinner. I come home, I eat dinner. It worked out very well. Well, one day I come home and her son is there. He's 21 years old. And he has a dog, Smokey. It's pit bull. I was like, okay, you know, we got an extra bedroom. That's, hey, what's up? Dap it up, dap it up. How you doing? You know? Within 6 weeks, we had broke up because her son, he wouldn't find a job, but he found the weed man. And not only did he find the weed man, he started selling for the weed man. He got that connect. So it became very volatile. We started fighting. I was like, I come home, he's sitting here playing PlayStation. I'm working, you working. He needs to work. But he's my son. But see, I'm talking like my name on the lease. I'm talking all kind of noise like I'm the man of the house. I wasn't the man of the house. He was the man of the house. I just didn't know it at the time. So we get into it. And then they have some family meeting up in North Carolina, and they're up there. And she goes, and I'm back, you know, I'm here by myself doing what I need to do. Then she comes home, and she comes home with him and all her cousins because she didn't want to be alone with me. And then she was just like, I think you need to leave. My family and I have discussed this. Hence the reason she came with, you know, Puerto Rican Nation, you know, the cousins. It's like 6 of them. And he was a big joker, so there was 6 of them crammed in her Honda. So fortunately for me, I had money to leave, but I have no furniture. I didn't have, only thing I had was clothes on my back. So I had to leave. Oh, did I need to, my car had broken down. So I had to go out and get this Honda. $800 off Craigslist. Because this was one of the periods where we had spent a lot of money and there just wasn't money. And this was really early in the storage auction business. It just wasn't money for me to go out and pop 30 G's for a new car. I couldn't take it out of the business. So I took 800 out and left most of the money in the business because it was during the summer, which is typically slow. It was just like bad thing, bad thing. So I'm living in this place for a few weeks because I didn't really want to tell any of my friends I was homeless because I had made a poor decision to live with a woman with my name not being on the lease. So I stayed up in one of these hotels for 2 weeks until I got me a place. Man, I am never, ever going to do that again. Ain't happening. Not happening. I've learned my lesson. Bad Glendon, bad Glendon. All right. Current situation. I own the house. I own all the furniture. I own everything. If I was in a situation where someone was to leave me, they would just be leaving me pretty much where I'm at financially. There would be no plunge in income. There would be no displacements because displacement is very, very harsh. When you lose, you know, and Oscar, she had this dog, Oscar and I were cool. Oscar would come in. He like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? dap it up. Oscar was my little dude. I had to leave Oscar. It's a package deal, her and Oscar. So I lost my dog, I lost my house, I lost my girl, and I was financially hurting at the time. You know, the top stressors are moving and breaking up. Top 5 stressors: divorce, breakup, moving. Look them up, top 5 stressors. So I had 3 of them all in one fell swoop. And I just like, you know, and I had a friend, and he was harsh with me. He was like, man, I told you about living with these chicks. And I'm like, you're right. This turned out very badly. And I became Jewish because I said, never again. This ain't never, ever happening to me again. I am not going through this. I'm up in this hotel, this flea bag hotel, because I didn't want to like take a lot of money out of the company. Prostitutes running around, knocking on my door. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You new here. I'm dying here. I got prostitutes, crackheads. Woo! The only reason I stayed is I paid for 2 weeks up front. And that's what happens when you live with someone and you do not have a plan, you do not have the income. Once you get thrown out, it's harsh. But, you know, I managed to bounce back in like 4 weeks, but still, I was missing that dog. Oscar was cool. I was missing Oscar. I was missing her. I ain't gonna even lie. I was missing her. And the only reason we broke up is because her adult son moved in and he was a bum, and she didn't want to address that issue, and I could not live in the house with a grown man not working while I am supporting him. Couldn't do it. And other than that, we had a great relationship. And it taught me so much. So what I did was I got my hustle on. I sat down with my partner and I was like, you know what? We can make more money with this business. Because it was probably like 2002-ish. We can make more money with this business. We need to really, really get this amped up. And this was before the eBay meltdown, because then this is where, you know, a lot of times when there's pain and stuff in my life, I come up with great ideas. It's like, okay, let's do eBay hard. Start buying units, throwing everything up on eBay. Units $100, make $700 to $2,000 on eBay sales. Rolling. And I was like, 'cause never again was I going through that again, ever in life. So essentially, if there's a situation, they're moving in with me. I am not moving in with them. I will own the house. I will have there will not be any of this. You need to go. And another little game that I play is called escalation. My mortgage is $3,400 a month. There ain't a lot of folks who can handle that on their own. Not too many. Nope. So that's the game that I play, because I know what happens when your name is Jerome and your name ain't on the lease. Jerome, you gotta raise up out of here. You gotta go. Bye. All right, so that is one of the sad tales. Y'all already up on this. Good Lord. D. Coleman show, all of them live alone, half live at home. Let's see. I mean, good Lord. Hold on. Y'all were really rolling on this. All right, so don't let women live off you, Tanker Green. It just depends. It really depends. I'll say this. If you've got a good girl, there's no problem taking her out. There's no problem buying her some stuff. But she's a good girl and she's your good girl. Ain't no problem with that. But when you just dating a random and you treating her like she's the queen bee, that's absolutely stupid. She hasn't proven that she's the queen bee. She hasn't shown you any loyalty, but you're showing all your loyalty. Like I told a friend this, like dating is like paying for an interview. It's an interview that you pay for. That's what it is. You bear all the financial responsibility of, will she like me or not? Because you don't even know. And after interviewing those 200 women, partner is rough. After 21, he's replaceable. Ram Gook. So money gives you power? No, money gives you options. Money gives you options. It doesn't give you power. Money gives you options. D, do you make any money from AdSense? I make $900 to $1,000 a month. Not a lot of money for me. Howie boy, yes, I believe a recession is coming, and that's what I am basing a lot of my financial actions on. D. Coleman, what's up? Yep. Dashiki Jones, double ear infection. Randall Riley, what's up? David Brown, what's going on? Exodus, housing market will level off. I think the housing market's going to crash. Round good morning. Making money should not make that person kung fu. That's something a lot of poor people say, because I'm gonna really break some stuff down to y'all in this stream. Money gives you options. Money, because this whole thing, like, this is what, and I'm not trying to be mean and I'm not trying to insult people, but this stuff about don't worry about money, get with people for the right reasons. Understand that most marriages have a financial contract, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. It's like, you got these responsibilities and I got these responsibilities. Do not be stupid. Do not go into this thinking that love, and this is what several women told me, they married men that they did not love because he was a good provider, but they cheated on him with a man they did love. I want you to think about that. Women just told me that. I just like, hey, this is Glenn Cameron. I'm writing this book on relationships. Hey, what are your views on relationships? There's no right or wrong answer. Just get, and this just comes out. Gee, the Supreme Court is lifting good old. That's funny. Gwendolyn Hill, most of them, these I live with my parents. Donna Thompson, half of them live alone. Johnny Washington, I don't know anybody that lives on their own. Wow. Tanker Green, 80% of them live with an other. Now, this is, I'm asking y'all these questions based upon, because you're all in different geographical locations. You all know this situation, and you're finding out that most people don't live on their own. If you are a man, and Jay Fleming will attest to this, because I know he knows this. If you are a man that has his own place, dating is ridiculously easy. I had a situation when I left that boarding house and I moved to East Point, to that nice big Jefferson Park house. And I remember telling chicks on Black Friday, no, I don't have a car, but I live by my own. Oh, really? I didn't get booted out the conversation. It's like, oh, you got a house? Because women do not like to have sex in a house with other people. They just don't. Oh, you got roommates? It's like that stuff flies in college and in the military. But once a woman gets used to dealing with a man who has his own, she don't want to go back to, you know, he got roommates. Ooh. Women don't like having sex with other people in the house. They just don't. Jay Flynn, I'm the one that lives by myself, and all my friends have kids and families. Tasha James, very few live by themselves. Ret to play. Most relationships, some need relationships to afford a lifestyle. I don't, and I don't want the headache, but I could save a lot if I did have someone making the same income. James Melton, most of them do. Sarah and I think I'm the only single female who lives alone and owns a home. Okay, half and half are married. Most of mine are moochers, Dwayne Bryant. Charlene Kennedy, very few of my friends live by themselves. No, Jay Fleming, they don't. Johnny One, I had my brother staying with me. He got into the market. He called the police at my home, and I had to leave. And leave your house. See, that's one of the reasons that the mortgage is so high, because there could be no kick me out my house, and because someone still got to pay, because they coming to get that place. They will foreclose in a heartbeat. Mighty Mito Jones, what's up? Zola, my best friend is a disruptive male just like you. Common law with kids, never broke, never will be. The rest are all acquaintances, all single. Tangerine, it happens all too often. Yes, it does. Ronald Haskins, it is not good not having your name on the lease. It is not good. You homeless. You're homeless. Mark Gerlow, been there, done that, man. Exactly, been in the same situation. The son's got top notch. He was dealing weed out the house. Oh, man, you talking my story. Oh, yeah, that's stuff I ain't even getting into. I'm just like gave you the Cliff Notes version. Hey, it happened, Tasha James. Tangerine, that's how it works. Chick's funny. BR, I know that lesson now. But once again, this is one of my mistakes that I made. Tasha Jeans, I've been displaced too. It is harsh. It's cold out there. Let's see what happened. Jay Fleming, you new here. I mean, it was an experience. Very big lifestyle changes. No, the hotel was in Mountain Industrial. It was close to the warehouse. I just got someplace close to work. No, I didn't go on full industrial. Nope. Shelly Jones. Homelessness is a great teacher. Yes, it is. I became Jewish. Never again. Tanya Broston, that's true. I do the best when I'm tight spot, but I make sure I do it without that ish again. Oh, I actually know what happened to her. She had a gastric bypass before I met her. And she's gained a lot of that weight back the last time I saw her. She ain't what she used to be. She was really, really cute. Really, really fine. That ain't the case no more. What's up, Lucifer? Ramrock. Oh, yeah, loyalty's a lot. Exodus, Steve Harvey was homeless. The Shiki Jones, I was in the same boat you were in, except I was married. Really? Wow. What's up, Nat Sana? Tanya G, my nephew is 25, has his girl put out, but she's probably be back in a few weeks anyway. Wow. It's heartbreak day. Stop it. Edible videos. What's the percentage of entrepreneurs who succeed? Actually, I don't know that answer to that question. It's small. Diana Thompson, amen. Money means when he and I do not want to hang out, so we go separate houses. He goes to the boat. Truth. Good morning, Africa. Africa, I live alone. The Shiki Jones, I have a good friend that is going through the same thing right now. His girlfriend is Hispanic. Yes, she is Puerto Rican. I believe it's a cultural thing with the ladies now allow their sons to become a man. Could be. Dwayne Bryant, sucking days in full swing. Oh, man. Jay Fleming, ridiculously, I got a 4-bedroom house and chicks don't want to leave. I'll tell you a little story after I get to these comments. I won't forget. What's up, Emperor? Sarah, now you didn't go with that good provider nonsense. Lucifer, I like selfish. I love being alone. Tangerine, she asked me to move in several times when I was 22. Now, 5 years later, I raised my stock, and I'm tired of her because she's holding back with her 23, 21, 8. Dang, she got 4 kids. Woo, that's a rough one. You date porn stars. That's funny. Deals with Latasha, live alone. Got your own place. What's up, Christian? Lucifer. I'm shooting hearts today. Telling you, Glenn, some guys I know without the name on the lease wants to be pre-homeless, no responsibility. All right, so this is the story. When I had my own place, I had my, this was after I moved out the house, moved into the apartment. The apartment was hooked up. All new furniture, art on the walls. I love art. Art was everywhere. It was oil paintings, all this. And I had a 2-bedroom because one bedroom was for the YouTube business and one was to sleep in, and nice bed. My place was laid. It looked like an interior designer did it. Had this one chick over, and as Jay Fleming said, she started using the we word. We can throw a party. We can have dinner parties. We can have friends over. I'm like, who's this we? What we ain't on the lease. I mean, she had for about 30 minutes, I just let her go. She was like, well, we could do this and this and this and this. So she wanted to use my expertly laid out place to host her parties. I had a friend, Dina. Dina's place was hooked up. Dina had a great sense of style, and Dina had one of her friends who used to date people in her house. I am not kidding you. She was just like, how's she just gonna show up at my house with a date? So if you have a nice place that is hooked up, it opens all kinds of possibilities. It really, really does. It opens up all kinds of possibilities. But once again, let's get to the money thing. Because we've been through this. We talked about how many people live together. It is rare that you have someone who lives on their own. Let's say maybe 25% of the country lives on their own. Everyone else is living with someone that's homeless. I mean, homeless, like living with nowhere. So if you make double couple income, you prevent that from happening to you. You live where you want, you drive what you want, you close the door, you have peace what you want. And then if someone comes in, you don't have displacement. Like if someone comes in and you fall in love and they leave, it's going to hurt, but you're not going to be displaced. You're not going to have this financial dynamic that vibrates through the spectrum of your life of, I can't drive this car no more, or I can't live in this neighborhood anymore. All that just goes away. Because, money doesn't give you power, it gives you options. It gives you a lot of options. What's up, Natalie? That we word, I was just like, I had one who literally tried to sneak in. She tried to sneak move in because at first it was a toothbrush. Then it was a drawer. Then it was 2 drawers. Then it was half the closet. And one day I was just like, if you're going to move in, you're going to have to pay half this rent. I'm just letting you know. You can move in. That's fine. I really am fond of you, but you have to pay half this rent. All of a sudden, we had that conversation. We broke up 3 weeks later. When I brought up that she was going to have some financial responsibility, it was amazing how quickly her tune changed. She thought that she was going to move in with me, leave her spot, and be able to stack her money while I continue to pay the bills. This is why in Disruptive Male, I have certain rules. If someone's living with me, fine, but you're going to put some money in a checking account in case I need it. Because the worst thing you can do as a man is to allow a woman to move in with you. You pay all the bills. After a few months, that becomes a habit. And she is going to be very resistant to chip in. So I'm like, hey, I need you to put X amount in this account in case I need it for the mortgage. Make sure they do it and check the account. So they don't get used to spending all their money. Like you daddy. You daddy. You daddy. You are daddy. She's a little princess. That's a syndrome. That thing can happen on you in a heartbeat. For all of you cape wearers, for all of you folks with your cape flapping in the breeze, that can happen. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Oh, man. Because when you said you lived in a 4-bedroom house, I was like, oh, the things that he's gone through. You will get chicks who are mildly interested in you. They really don't know if they really like you. They're just kind of like, he cute. They will have sex with you like a porn star if you got your own place. Because they're like, I can see myself up in here. And Lord, if I got a friend, he has a normal job, but he treated his mortgage like a car payment, and he paid his house off in 8 years. So he has no car payment, he has no house payment. And when he tells chicks that he owns a house outright, and he like, you know, man, I know I'm a regular looking dude, but they be acting like I'm a superstar. Because you are a superstar, Fred. You are a superstar. You have an asset that is free and clear. You know how strong that is? What's up, Charlestown, Archangel, Lucifer? Wow. Y'all going hard. Tanker Green, Lance Brown, what's up? The Sheiky Jones. Be real, I had a chick living with me, and she used to say I was like her daddy. After I had enough of her sex, I told her she had to pay half the rent. We broke up. I'm telling you. All right, look, you know, instant vagina options for Fred, pretty much. Lieutenant Joseph, I want to be saved. All right, here's the thing. Most people, most of America is catching L's. This is why this whole Make America Great and all this other stuff is just absolute garbage. Half of this country is poor. There is impoverished poor where you like have no place to stay. You don't even have an address. You're living in poverty. You're impoverished. You're not poor. And poor is you miss 2 or 3 paychecks, you on the street. They're coming to get your car. Half of America's in that situation. Half of America can't even raise $400 in 30 days. Can't raise $1,000 in a month. Cash money, can't do it. Half. So by doubling your income, wherever you are, up to 75 G's, you will enjoy a life of ease and freedom that a large percentage of this country doesn't know. There are people who've never had their own bathroom. I know that sounds crazy, but there are folks who've never had their own bathroom. When my daughter moved in with me, that chick, she was in the bathroom for an hour. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm enjoying this bathtub. You just don't understand, Dad. I've had that experience with more than her. So you got to understand, pressing on yourself, developing yourself, not only gives you more income, which gives you more options, which gives you greater choices, which gives you greater experience, gives you greater exposure. You put yourself in the catbird seat for dating. You know, I'm a regular looking dude. I know what my physical attributes are. I know. How do you think I've been dating 10s and 12s and 15s? Had my own place. Nicely laid out, because this is something you don't know. A lot of women do not want to have sex in the car. The ones who do it kind of ratchet, but a lot of women don't want to have sex in the car. If you in the club and she's got a chance of going home with Rico Suave, who doesn't have his own place. Rico Suave's game is like this. Psst, psst, psst. Yeah, you know, I'll sneak you in after Mom goes to sleep. Then you over there You Fred. You're a plain dude. Casual conversation. Yeah, I got my own house. Yeah, I paid it off. Rico Suave's knocked out the frame because she's like, I like Rico Suave. I want to give Rico Suave the panties. I really do. I may give them to him later. But this Fred dude, he represents something that I don't really have in my life. Security. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the game. This is how women make decisions. If you can provide security, and there's a type of woman who is honorable, she may not love you. But if you provide her security, she will have your kids, will not cheat on you, and make you a good home life. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's biological. I think it's in the DNA. That's just me. Oh, man, we got all kind of folks popping up in here. Starring you a superstar, Fred, because and with forbearing house, no Nan in my Trick Daddy voice. Oh man, deals with Latasha. Facts. Archangel, women treat sex as a form of payment. No one hit time for that. Broke Dick Danny does the same, going hard to be supported. Lucifer, I live in Miami, is getting worse. What do you mean, Lucifer? What's up, Mama Needs Her Wine? Roger Steele. Damn, you forgot what is sexy. Oh, Tanker Green. What are those things called? Lot lizards? Pretty much. I think some women, they think all women are the same, just to know that's not true. It's not. There's a lot of loyal chicks out there. If you protect, support, and provide, she may not love you, but she ain't going nowhere, or will she'll abuse you and she'll have your kids. This is like, a lot of dudes don't understand this because we have this emphasization of males today. I've never seen anything like it before because, I'm from the old school, calluses on your hands, doing heavy stuff. But yeah, they're not trying to power up to that because there's a lot of responsibility. Dwayne Bryant, you're funny. Mymeta Jones. I will say there's a lot of dudes, I don't know any, that act this way, who will move in with a woman and live off of her. I've never in history seen such foolishness, but it is real. It is real, and it's growing. These folks are not listening to the Hustler Kung Fu channel. They're not trying to grow a business. They're not trying to build. They're trying to find a sugar mama. And today there are more sugar mamas than have ever been in history. There's this club not too far from here. It's Johnny's Hideaway. And every Wednesday they have this dance night. And sometimes I just go to look. All of these rich cougars, and let's be really clear, these are women who have millions that live in the neighborhood surrounding this club. And they will go in there, and they've had the plastic surgery. They got the fake breasts. I guess they have the ass injections and all that stuff too. And they be up in there. They be up in there hard because they be finding some young tenders, take them home, flip them out, give them some wild sex. And they have the kind of money that can change a dude's life. You've got dudes who are putting themselves in the female position to be supported. This is getting, I've seen it. It's just kind of unnatural to me, but I've seen it. It's gonna be crazy, man. When you have your own place, you'll have chicks coming up with situations. They'll be point blank, like, look, I had one do this. We were dealing, and she said, look, I need a place to stay for 6 months. Can I move in with you? No. Why? I like you, but I don't like you that much. So even if you had full access to this vagina, that's what she said. I was like, I pretty much have all the access I need right now. I mean, you don't have to move in. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So for those of you who want to power up, what I have done today, and this is today's special. Let's see. Will it? It should do this. Yes. All right. So today's special is the Never Broke Action Pack, and it is 70% off, and the word is holla. The code word is HOLLA, holla. I have to keep them simple because when I did pancakes and Bitcoin, the system just freaked out. But yeah, this is today's special, 70% off. You can get it. Direct sales, how to stop being broke. I'm going to add some more content to that today. And if you want to double and increase your income and never be broke again and look at money a little differently, this is the situation for you. You get 8 courses. Let's see. Yep. But I know most of you are on this one, which has content, and we'll have some more today. Because I know a lot of you don't want to be broke. I know a lot of you want to live this life. You want to be like Jay Fleming up in the 4-bedroom by himself. And also, I'm going to say this too. It is my personal opinion that if you're a man, you need to live by yourself 2 to 6 years. By yourself with no woman, you could date and stuff, but don't move in. You need to live by yourself, because what's going to happen, and I have a friend who's going through this situation right now. Her husband never lived by himself. He moved from his parents' house. To his credit, he saved $60,000 to put down on their house, but he's never lived by himself, and he acts like a kid because he's never had to fend for himself. He moved from mama's house to her house. She is fed up. She's ready to walk. Now, why is she ready to walk? She makes more money than he does. He makes 6 figures. She makes higher 6 figures. So she can leave him, and she's like, I'm paying all the bills right now as it is. He gone. They ain't really going to make a big difference. But as a man, you need to live by yourself. You need to mature under an environment where there's no one helping you. Because if you don't, you could become broke Dick Danny. You could be a perpetual broke Dick Danny. And that's not good, player. That's not good. It's not good at all. All right, so just put that in there. And this will help you get there, because you'll make money. Plus, one of the things we do is we help people make more money. There's a lot of good stuff in here. This will be the winner. I know it. And you can get it today until I'm back again at 6 p.m. So you need to go ahead and get this now, because I'm actually going to remember to change it. So you can get your 70% off right now. Links below the video. Go for it. Knock yourself out, because this is going to be pivotal. And let me tell you something else too, why you want to do this and why you want to get your income up. It's not about power. It's not about lording over anybody. It's about being in a mental space where you know that if there's no one else in your life, you're going to be okay. I can't tell you how invaluable that is. I can't even impress upon you having the mental freedom to understand. Like, I don't have any car payments. I don't even have any credit card debt. I got a mortgage. That's it. That's it. You know how much flexibility that gives me if, because like I said, since I'm changing up the business plan, I'm getting rid of this office. I'm just going to keep one office, and I'm going back to just creating content. If I had to move back to my basement, I would still make 5, 6 times more than the average person. Just me. I built this way intentionally. I mean, my YouTube, income, it's like $930 to $1,000 a month. I have one good week doing this. I could pay the mortgage and pay all my bills. This was by design. I don't live at the top of my income. That's just ridiculous to me. Because 1, I feel a recession is coming. 2, I feel that if you're not financially positioned to take advantage, because when a recession happens, stocks cheaper, housing's cheaper, people's cheaper, cars are cheaper, everything is substantially cheaper. And if you are in a position where you're making more money, you got the cash, you could come up in this recession. That's coming. I have no doubt about it in my mind that's coming. It's going to come on Trump's watch, and I'm going to see how he's going to blame Obama for that. Too late. He's already taken claim for the economy. So it's his. He can't blame Obama. It's like you said, you can't like take a credit and then go back and blame Obama. It's coming. And are you ready? Are you getting ready? Because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Let me see what's going on in this chat room, because I know today y'all have been off the chain. Let's see. Oh man, y'all went crazy on that sugar mama stuff. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Stop it. Good Lord. What are y'all? Man, y'all went crazy. All right, here we go. The security factor is a trump card. However, how do you explain to women who mess up? You dump them. That's pretty much it. Homeless in Miami. Jay Fleming, this one chick I was dating for like 3 weeks had a painting made of us and tried to put it in my living room. That was awkward. Oh man, I know you got some stories, man. Oh man, that made my innards giggle. What's up, Tatris? Monica Rhea, you're preaching about women wanting security. That was the #1 factor for me. I mean, it's a real thing. Honey Bunny, a stable guy would want nothing from me. I think you've gone through quite a bit. You're not like the average woman. Cancer scare, all of the surgeries. You've gone through a lot. Tanya, paintings, I just can't. I'm telling you, and this is one of the things. I knew that Jay Fleming had a lot of stories, because when you as a man live on your own, your opportunities are ridiculous. Look, you don't even have to look good. You just like, I have my own place. Really? House? Mm-hmm. Really? That's it. Because there's so many people who don't have that. And all right, I may tell this story this evening when the kids go to bed. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. That cracks me up. Wow, Tanker. Lucifer, that is sad but true. Johnny Walton, if I'm going to get a sugar moment, it's going to be Oprah Winfrey. You remember that skit by Dave Chappelle? That was funny. Deals with you. Yes, the South is bad like that. I'm staying single. JWB, haha, when I was in Atlanta, my Uber driver was talking about Johnny's. You got to go on a Wednesday night, because what happens is from about 5 to 11, it's Cougarville. And you can tell them. I mean, they look good. They do the Pilates, the Kung Fu, the boxing, whatever, the body, whatever. The bodies are tight. I mean, they're like, they may be 50, 55, but they got bodies of 21-year-olds. And they're just sitting there like that. They're very confident. They've been around the world. And then about 11, it changes, and then the young folks come in. He liked it a lot. I bet if you're a good-looking dude and you go in there, Cougar gonna scoop you up. Cougar gonna be like, hey there. And she gonna take you home and she gonna sex you down. And you will not be sexed in like an apartment. You'll be sexed in a mansion. Alterba, just as many sugar daddies and Johnnies as well. I guess there could be. It's just the Cougars stand out because they're so prominent. They're just like, there ain't no shame in my game. I am a Cougar and I am ready to pounce. Maya Minna Jones, I'm attracted to alpha males. It's pretty much most women. Dwayne Bryan, most of the women here in New York. Well, I had a client in New York and I asked her about that. I was like, how do y'all have sex since everybody's living with somebody? And they're like, hotels. What's up, Charlene? Holla, holla, holla. That's the code word today. Alter Beelzebub, the definition of alpha is heavily skewed in today's age. It is and it isn't. Mama needs her wine. I'm ashamed to say it, but my 26-year-old brother lives with his girlfriend rent-free and smashes his side piece at my aunt's one-bedroom apartment when my aunt's at home. Mama needs her wine. Your brother gangster. He ain't no good, but he's gangster. Oh, my God. What? Wow. Oh, my God. The Wild Jones report, just Google Johnny Holloway. Google a picture of bottle titled got cougars with the address and location. I'm telling you, it's known for that. Honey Bunny, living alone teaches you how to be an adult and how to know yourself independent of anyone else's influence. Yes, it does. Tanya Rustin, very true. You have to live by yourself. Broderick, you can live on your own, like 50, 60 grand easy. You can live on your own for 35, but it'll be real tight. You could do it. What's up, Derek? Oh, man. Dang, short change. It does feel like 2008, 2009. What's up, MJ Electronics? Agent J Poole. I spent 5 years separated because wife was bad with money. I left and was God alone. Her situation fell apart. She came back. Now total compliance. Winning because I wasn't phased. Wow. Rad. I'll believe it when I see it. Roger Steele. Best time to start a business is now. Building my war chest to grab some assets on the cheap. Missed the ship in 2009. Young and stupid. It's coming. I'm telling you, Roger Steele, it's coming. Archangel. Women love to show up when you have your own spot. Popcorn queens. I never heard such thing. Well, I'll talk about this in Disruptive Male. There's a way you can do it where you can get all these benefits and be married. Wow, short change. You were sweet dick you were sweet dick Danny. The sales court's gonna get very deep. Nah, I'm not really into the Black Panther film. All right, so before I bounce, let's see. All right, here we go. I'm gonna test the hustle camp thing. It's $4,500. You get to talk to me 5 hours, and the Never Broke Action Pack is 70% off. Use the code word at checkout. Holla, HOLLA. And that will be in effect until I do the live stream at 6 p.m. today, which will be also a riot. Links below, code words below, plus the link to the article that I was talking about. All that's below. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure to get on the text notification squad, and you'll be first to know. Also, I don't know if it's still there. It was there this morning. The links below is the Hustlers Kung Fu community. It's a Facebook group. I urge you to get on the text notification squad in case it disappears again. I don't know why it may disappear again, but it just did. Disappeared for almost 2 years and just showed back up. It's kind of like those people who's like, I was gone, like on one of those science fiction shows where like people disappear for 2 or 3 years and they just come back. It's the weirdest thing. All right. I will see you guys at 6 p.m. with another sizzling title, because this has been wild. This has been wild. Appreciate y'all. Be sure to get the Never Broke Action Pack for 70% off. It will change your life. So with that, I'm out.